Modern kitchens protect you from dozens of invisible problems. Old kitchens lived inside them. Your kitchen is not just a room. It is a water system, a cold storage, a cleaning station, a smoke control system, a contamination barrier. Most of history, people had none of that. That is why your kitchen feels boring. It is quietly doing jobs that used to ruin lives. Water. First ingredient. First risk. Water was never just water. It carried the room with it. A source can be clean. The bucket can be dirty. The cup can be shared. The rinse water can be reused. The problem arrives anyway. That is why in parts of medieval England, weak ale was treated like everyday insurance, not as a party choice, as a safer drink than suspicious water. Even children drank it. An old kitchen was often part stove, part brewery, part gamble. Then air. For most of history, the kitchen was not a clean room. It was a smoke room. The same smoke that preserved the food also filled the room. It stained the walls. It clung to clothes and hair. People breathed it in every day. In many older homes, the room itself was part of the chimney. Smoke drifted upward and out through roof openings. People breathed the rest. The flavor and the danger came together. That is what makes old kitchens tricky to romanticize. The smell was not just comfort. It was smoke, grease, damp storage, ash, and cancer. Then cleaning. Soap was not a neat bottle by the sink. They ran water through wood ash to make lye, then mixed it with animal fat. Ash, sand, ammonia-heavy liquids. Effective chemistry, miserable atmosphere. It worked. It also punished your skin. In ancient Rome, urine was valuable enough for cleaning that the state taxed it. Cleaning existed. Sanitation barely did. Things were scraped, rinsed, wiped, reused. That can look clean. It is not the same as safe. Then, cold. If you wanted a refrigerator, you did not open a door. Before the fridge, winter itself was harvested. Ice was cut, buried, and saved for summer. You dug into the earth. You used a cellar. You salted. You smoked. You dried. You fermented. You stored food in barrels. You fought time with technique. Meat hanging in the room was not decoration. It was storage. The old kitchen was not just a place where dinner happened. It was a preservation lab held together by routine, weather, and luck. That is the part modern people forget. No fridge means the room itself has to become the safety system. And old safety systems had side effects. They fixed one problem and kept thousands of others. Then tools. Cookware was not neutral. Food sat in clay, metal, and glaze for hours. Heat made it more aggressive. Time did the rest. In 18th century England, lead in cider made people so sick it got a name: Devonshire colic. One detail says everything. Before the dinner fork became normal, people were already eating with fingers, knives, and spoons. The fork solved kitchen problems first. It made sense near the fire, over hot pots, at the serving dish. The table accepted it later. The kitchen gets the future first. The table gets it later. Then, storage. Modern brains expect lids, packaging, cold air, expiration dates. Old kitchens expected loss. Rot was part of the budget. Grain attracted insects. Stored food attracted rodents. Damp invited mold. Warmth accelerated spoilage. With grain stores came mice. With mice came cats. People kept the hunters close because storage kept summoning the pests. Old kitchens were not failing. They were functioning at the edge of failure all the time. Which brings it back to the room you have now. Your kitchen gives you clear water without brewing it first. It pulls smoke out instead of trapping it in your lungs. It keeps food cold without salting half the room. It lets you wash with something milder than ash soap. It separates trash, raw food, cooked food, utensils, and storage in ways older kitchens usually could not. So when a modern kitchen feels ordinary, that is the miracle. The miracle is not the stove or cutting board. It is the invisible protection, the quiet systems, the sealed surfaces, the clean water, the airflow, the cold storage, the boring safety. Old kitchens had to keep danger in the room. Modern kitchens are built to push it out. That is why this room feels unimpressive. It is full of victories you no longer notice. Back then, normal did not mean safe. It meant familiar, and familiar has never cared about you.